Oh my goodness, are we live? And that's so good. We should sing a song and hope it's understood. It's love morning, yeah, love morning, who love morning, yeah, who. Hi. Good morning. It is 8:30, which is early for Love Morning. Normally get going at 9. That's the daily Love Morning broadcast, but today I have a couple meetings, uh, camp meetings, and another organization is meeting, and then I've got gratitude at noon. So, wanted to get started early and get some sharing some gratitude. Yay, Gerbot is here. Good morning. Thank you for being here. And if you are here and want to say hello, leave a little comment so that we know you're here. That makes it so nice. I'm live on Facebook and YouTube right now. Gearbot saying, crunch time is upon us. Yes, today is our last camp meeting. That seems crazy for Pink Heart, which is my Burning Man camp. And actually, this morning, I was just writing some notes. I'm going to address the camp. I asked for a few minutes on the agenda today because I have not been participating in camp meetings. I mean, I've been attending, but just staying silent because I have stepped down and I'm trying to not be trying to help the transition. It's no one wants to. It's not fun to inherit a role and have the old person being like, "Oh, you forgot that. Oh, wait, wait, don't forget this. Oh, you should do this." And so I've been trying to sit on my hands and bite my tongue and just appreciate all the work that is being done by others as the camp prepares for the playa. And um, and there's a whole bunch of lessons in that for me. It's there's there is no right way to do things, and yet there are ways that I like to do things. And so I'll be like, oh no, that's or phrasing like ways that I like to say things or explain things. And then I share someone to explain it differently, and it's like, oh, okay. Like I watched the camp acculturation meeting where we explained some of our history and our some of our like we have at the camp. There's a thing that says, "Love more, fear less, float more, steer less," up on the camp. And someone brought up that they met someone who had that tattooed on them because they had such a beautiful experience at Pink Heart. And which, by the way, yesterday I ran into an old friend who Sam Mack came to for Saturdays, and she has "Love more, fear less, float more, steer less" tattooed on her knuckles. Okay, I'm kind of not following a straight line here. But they also shared the Crapper Cone story as part of the acculturation, and it was told differently than I tell it. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And so I wrote up some notes about kind of the history of Pink Heart, real brief, and and how beautiful it is to witness it become something else. Like there's only three. Me and two other people are the only people who are originally in Pink Heart that are still in it. And it's kind of like a human body that's constantly new cells, new cells. It's the same body, but it's a different body. We are made up of individual cells, totally different from those that we were 5 years ago. And the same is true with the Burning Man camp. Good morning, Andrea. Good morning. So I am grateful for my experiences with Pink Heart, and I'm grateful for the people who have stepped up and are taking on so much of the responsibility, and the new people who are stepping in and being courageous as to take on responsibilities, and hopefully everyone who's going to be playing a role in making it a magical place this year. And for all the people that will attend and or participate and come visit and add their magic. I am grateful also for a beautiful experience yesterday at First Saturdays. First Saturdays is the monthly outing that I help host. That is, we give to local people in need, people experiencing homelessness, or that just have limited funds and could use some pizza and a care pack with some clean socks and some toiletries and do a little shopping through the donated clothes that we have set out. So we had a lot of, we didn't have a lot, we had a limited amount of volunteers yesterday, but just enough to do it right. And I'm really grateful for specifically Brian, who has been he's 23 years old. I didn't realize he was so young. He has an organization that he has been bringing, he was out and bringing stuff out to the streets on his own with his group, and then met up with us, and we just kind of partnered. And for the last 3 years, we've been doing it together. And this was his last visit for indefinitely, as he's going to Vietnam to do research. He's got a grant, and he's going to do research there for the next 10 months. And I was just so grateful for him and the energy and the kind heart of this young man. And just so honored to have been able to share our experiences trying to do good together over the last 3 years. Good morning, Faith. Faith is grateful for new friends, sending us love from Key West. Gerbot is grateful that I got to spend quality time, with his folks yesterday. Very nice. I have been missing my folks a bit, although I did get to go to the movies last week with my dad, which was really nice. And before that with my mom, saw Barbie with my mom and Oppenheimer with my dad. That was really, enjoyed both of them quite a bit. But maybe I'll try to visit them today. I threw this bandana on, but I think you can still tell that I'm having a bad hair day. I thought this would hide it, but I don't think so. I'm a maniac. It kind of gives me a Flashdance feeling when I wear a headband. Andrea is grateful. Is it Andrea or Andrea? My apologies. I'm terrible with vowels and consonants. Grateful for the possibilities of a new day. Me too. If you were here yesterday, you might have heard me in a little bit of a funk. And I was trying hard not to commit to having a bad day, and to, be aware that the present moment and being present is always being open to new. What is new? Letting go of what has been. And so thankfully I was able to go to First Saturdays, and it was a nice mellow crew, which was good. And then went to lunch afterwards with Brian and Sam, who I just mentioned with the tattoos, and Merrick. And it was just really nice when that was all done, I really was in a much better mood, which often is the case. First Saturdays and being of service is often a real nice surge of goodness that I feel. So I'm glad I got to do that. Super grateful for that opportunity. And I am grateful for your understanding and patience as we changed the time today, so I could do some gratitude with you and start the day with you and still get to go to my other meetings today. Pierre, thank you for letting me know that chat is not working on YouTube, which is weird because it is for one person. Man, YouTube is dropping the ball on this live streaming thing. But good to see you, Pierre. Good morning, or good day to you. Pierre is grateful for an amazing night and new friends. Awesome. Man, it was Saturday night, and I watched some Game of Thrones and then went to bed at 10 o'clock. I am not a party man these days. Gabriel! Hey, good to see you. I love you. Happy Sunday morning. It's good to see you. Hope that you are starting this day with all the good vibes that I feel from you the minute I see your name. So I'm grateful. I'm going to one of the meetings that I'm going today. Is being led by my partner, so I'm looking forward to getting to see her on webcam. And then I'm going to get to see her in person Wednesday. I'm going to be leaving town, so after Wednesday I'm going to be offline, going back up to Big Sur, and and then to something Bay, Bodega Bay, something like that. So looking forward to, after spending almost 2 weeks apart, gonna get to see my partner again. So I better get as much Burning Man prep done as possible in the next few days, so I'm not, when I get back in town, it's not crunch time. So I'm grateful to have the schedule that allows me to do that. Grateful to have travel in my future, and so grateful for the first Saturdays yesterday. So we'll have just a minute or two more of gratitudes if you want them. Then we're gonna have a hug, and so we can head off into our days as ambassadors of connection and kindness. Hi, Sandra. Sandra is packing for the burn today. 17 days until you hit the playa. Very grateful. See you there. Yes, 17 days. That's crazy. So this is our last camp meeting is today. And then I'm going to be gone for a week. And then I'll have like 1 week to do the final preparation. So I'm screwed. Susan, grateful for one more chemo treatment. Yay! All right. Almost there. Bravo. Thank you for sharing. Well, I am grateful everyone got a chance to pop in and share some gratitude. And remember, well, I'm grateful that yesterday I was not having the best day. Somebody actually left a comment on YouTube. They said, "Oh man, you're bumming me out," or something like that. And I was like, "Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to keep it real. Like I don't think it seems counterproductive to fake it, to say, oh, I'm always happy. I'm always happy. I mean, if it were me watching someone who's always happy, that would make me feel discouraged, because sometimes I'm bummed out. And so it was an important thing for me to work through, after this like 2 months of just being happy, I'm in love, happy, to just hit a couple days where I was not feeling good, and then trying to use that as an opportunity to be aware of my thoughts, and as I'm talking to my partner, trying not to, lean on her to make me happy, and just to be aware that, and so it's, to be authentic is to not always be happy. Gerbot says, I am grateful for your authenticity. Thank you. I'm grateful for this safe space to be authentic. And if it bums you out, hit stop. Go someplace else if you don't want to be bummed out. Because I'm committed to truth and authenticity, more so than the results of things. And I think that the long arc of relationship is benefited by far by honesty. And so if you say something or share something that causes someone to be upset, the long arc is building trust. And I think the more that we can build trust with one another, even if we've never met, that is where, in that trusting place, is where we feel safe and we feel like we belong and we feel like we can blossom. Amen. So, thank you for being here. Wherever you are, let's share a hug and before we head off to our days. So give yourself a big squeeze, appreciating this body, appreciating the sensations, appreciating this present moment of connection, looking for all the things to be grateful for the day ahead, grateful for a fresh beginning, grateful for all the experiences that got us to this moment. As we take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and you, thank you for being here for this gratitude gathering as part of Hug Nation and this love morning. And thanks for being here a few minutes early if you're watching this recording. Thank you for your understanding for the shift in timing. Tomorrow I plan to be back at 9 Pacific time. So have a beautiful day.